You've created your ads, you've got them running, and now let's go and have a look at the results that we're getting for them and how we look at these results and assess whether these campaigns are working or not. This is an e-commerce funnel that I've created, and I've just brought up a few stats for us to have a look at and things for us to be able to compare to assess whether this is in fact working and how well it's working. So remember how we customize our columns? I've just gone and customized this column to bring up the stats that I want to talk to you about. The first thing I want to do is go through my funnel with you just so that you have a basic idea of what we're looking at. I have a top of funnel which is to my cold audience. It is to a lookalike audience, and it is dynamic product ads. I don't have a middle of funnel as such. I've gone straight from there to a bottom of funnel, and my bottom of funnel is targeting people who have added to cart but not purchased, and these are also dynamic product ads. The third thing that I have in my funnel is my what would essentially be middle of funnel, but isn't really designed that way. These are posts that I've got that I create monthly that they go onto my page, sort of like engagement posts, but they are product related and they are designed specifically to get people to look at certain products and then hopefully convert. If they look at these products, add to cart but don't purchase, they will then go into my bottom of funnel. Alternatively, they will just continue to see different products until hopefully they purchase. This is to a warm audience. So anyone who has been on my website, engaged with my Facebook page, my Instagram profile, my old customer lists, all of that sort of thing. So there's my essentially middle of funnel, top of funnel, bottom of funnel. What I can see here are my impressions. The definition of impressions is the number of times the ads appear on Facebook. We can see the reach. The reach is the number of people who have seen this post. So I can see I've reached 46,000 people. Impressions, I have 155,000 impressions. And basically what that means is I have a frequency of 3.37. These 46,000 people have probably seen the same posts an average of 3.3 times. Being a cold audience, a lookalike audience, I'm okay with that. People need to see your brand multiple times in order to start to trust it. Because these are dynamic product ads, they're probably seeing different ads each time. So although they are seeing ads 3.37 times, they're probably not seeing the same ad 3.37 times because this is dynamic product. From here, we can see our results. Now, the results from having reached 46,000 people and only having 34 purchases, I wouldn't say those are fantastic results. At $16 a purchase, again, not fantastic. However, this is to a cold audience, and I'm not surprised to see that those are the figures. If this was my bottom of funnel, I'd be a little bit more concerned because people have seen my product, they've engaged with it, they know it, and they've actively tried to purchase. Why am I not converting? However, at top of funnel, this is the first time they're seeing me, or potentially the third time they're seeing me with my frequency. So I'm not surprised that that figure is low. I need to establish whether I'm happy with that $16 per purchase. Now, if I'm only selling $4 products, $16 per purchase is pretty expensive. However, if I'm selling $2,000 products at $16 a purchase, that's amazing. What I really need to be doing is not just looking at my cost per purchase, but looking at my return on ad spend. So ROAS, return on ad spend. Basically what this is showing me is that for every dollar I've put in, I'm actually getting $14.50 in return. So for the $567 I've spent, I've got a conversion value of 8,200. So I'm really happy with that. I'm okay with that purchase price being $16 because I've got a high return on investment and I'm getting a good conversion value. If, however, I was sitting here at $16 a purchase and my return on ad spend was 2 or 3, this value wouldn't be so great, and I wouldn't be happy with this campaign. I would be looking at how to pull this value down. The way that I would do that would be to either change my my hook. So what am I pushing out? Are my ads relevant? Is my audience the correct audience? Are they responding to my ads? You always do need to remember that this is your top of funnel. This is not designed to get those purchases directly from top of funnel. It's great that they do, because then every step of the way we're making money. However, don't be alarmed if this value is high. When you're looking at my top of funnel and my bottom of funnel, I can see that purchase price has dropped, and my middle of funnel, where I'm showing different type of products constantly to people, my purchase price has come right down. So I'm happy with that purchase line and how that's working. I'm also happy looking at my frequencies. So bottom of funnel, my frequency is sitting at 12. That is potentially quite high. I'm probably spending too much money here compared to what I'm spending at top of funnel. So if I'm spending, say, $30 a day here and I'm spending $10 a day here, what's happening is my audience is not going to be big enough, and it's going to be feeding this ads out to the same people over and over and over again. So my solution would be to come in here and either increase my top of funnel budget or decrease my retargeting ads budget. Coming along and having a look further along here, we can see clicks, link clicks, and landing page views. Now, when I see reports from other agencies, what really gets me going is they will have their impressions. You know, we've got huge number of impressions and we have huge number of clicks. Well, both those stats don't really mean a lot when we aren't looking at the big picture. The reason I've brought up clicks here and link clicks is I want you to have a look at this difference. Clicks means any click on your advert. That may be to enlarge the image, it may be to stop or play a video, it may be to read more of your text. So sometimes, you know, you only have the 2 lines of text and then you've got to read more. It may be to have a reaction. So if somebody's liked or commented or shared or even clicked on to see who else has liked it or read comments. This is any click that happens on your ad. Link clicks, however, is a number of times the link on your ad has been clicked. But if you have a look at landing page views, you will still see there is a drop. So link clicks does not mean it is the number of people who have actually physically opened your landing page and allowed it to load and viewed your landing page. If you do not have a pixel, you will not be able to see your landing page views and you will need to rely on this link clicks. However, we can already see there is a difference in those stats. If you're running e-commerce or any other platform where you have programmed your pixel to track different stages of the purchase or inquiry process, you can actually track those here too. So we're going to go through to custom and to customize, and we can look at add to cart. We can, let's just make sure I don't need all this. We can do payment, add a payment info, and apply. From here, if we're having a look, we can also see how many people have actually gone from viewing a landing page to adding to cart, and from adding cart to actually going through to the payment process, and then from there to actually made a payment. This is giving me a really good idea on how people are consuming my information and the process that they are going through in order to make the sale. From the landing page views to add to cart, what this is telling me is they're seeing product that they're interested in. They're going and having a look on the landing page, but they may not find what they're really looking for. So they may not find that the pricing suits them. They may not find the products that they're looking for. There's a lot of reasons why they could potentially fall off and not actually add to cart. From adding to cart to your payment information, there is a substantial drop off. But what's most interesting to me is that from adding my payment information to actually seeing a purchase, there's a massive drop off. Now, this could be for a number of reasons, but the reason that I suspect is potentially the process to make this payment or this purchase is a lot more difficult than what people are expecting. And more often than not, I find that this drop off from adding your payment information to actually making your purchase, if there's a big drop off there, it's generally because of shipping. If you do notice big drop offs like that, always go and have a look at your process that you are going through to make a payment. So pretend you're doing this for the very first time. Add something to cart. From adding to cart, how easy is it to get to adding my information? How easy is it to get to the payment situation? And how easy is it to make that final payment to actually get my product? When you're going through those, if you have a lot of steps, the more clicks and the more that somebody has to do and more pages that people have to load up, the more chance they have of falling off and not making that purchase or that inquiry. Go through, have a look at what those potential pitfalls could be. And this funnel here and being able to pull up these stats will give you a very good idea on what people are seeing when they themselves are doing this process.